getting over that hurdle and that challenge to understand that, okay, in order, as they say, scared money doesn't make money.
Yeah.
So you got to actually, take a step outside your comfort zone to actually then start looking at how can my money work best for me, while I'm asleep, while I'm traveling, to get to where I need to be. And a lot of people, fear the stock market because you hear in the media, the market's down, 5%, the market's down, 20%, all this volatility. And it's a very simple, illustration I try to tell people. The market is a yo-yo. So it's going to go up and down. It's constantly going to go up and down. And as individuals, we got to understand that and have a level of comfort. But then to understand, okay, what's your time frame? How long do you have? And if you take that yo-yo and put it in a little kid's hand and put that kid at the bottom of an escalator and have them step on the escalator, they're only going in one direction, that's up. While the yo-yo constantly keeps going up and down, but you don't want to focus on the yo-yo, you want to focus on that child that's on the escalator. And that's really has been history of the stock market from, its creation.
Okay, now when you say scared money doesn't make money, I thought that was from the poker game. I thought that's the saying from my old school days playing Tonk. But so I'm assuming it's the same thing in investing money. And can you talk into, I think Felicia's in her car now, but can you talk about the importance, especially to Black people, of having ways to have generational wealth? Because that's something a lot of us didn't come from, don't think about, don't plan for, but other people do. So how important is that to start getting in that mind frame?
So generational wealth, it's something that's truly important because, as we think about back in the sharecropper days, right? Families were handing off the farm to the next generation, and they were using that farm to grow their crops, to mine the fields, to take it to the market, to make money, to maintain their livelihood. At some point in time, they buy more acreage, the farm gets bigger, they hand it off to the next generation. So the sharecropping, if you think of it from that standpoint, we need to focus on handing something off to the next generation. So there's various ways to do that and make sure that you protect those funds for the next generation. I always recommend and advise individuals to look into getting a trust. You don't have to have millions of dollars to have a trust, but that trust protects you and puts an umbrella so that way, no matter what those monetary and those funds consist of, it protects you so that way you can hand it off to the next generation. Okay. Now, as far as, going forward to, investing, you got to think about, you only get one, you don't get time back. So the earlier you do it, the better. That's why, unfortunately, years ago, people were in the insurance industry, they may have got a bad rap when they were trying to do insurance policies for newborn babies and what have you. But if that policy was specific and correct policy to, one, you hide money, no, not hide, you protect your money, you protect your money, and that money is also gaining interest. When that newborn child is then, 18, 21, there should be some cash value instilled in that policy. And you're not wishing on death for anyone, but you're also thinking of strategies to protect the money so that way when they want to pull it out, they don't have to pay taxes.
Okay. And now, that's the name. I understand when you say to hide money, you mean to hide it from yourself. You hide it from you spending it. We know that you weren't, up to some Felicia. Now, Felicia might be hiding some money some other different way. But look at that. But I do want to, again, for the people just joining us or for the people that are going to be watching this on YouTube, because I just hit record like 4 minutes ago, but when I downloaded on YouTube, this is the financial literacy version of Chill Talk, and we are here with my brother, Cosmo. Just real quick, again, reintroduce yourself to the people that are watching.
Great. My name is Cosmo Dinelli. I'm a licensed financial advisor in the majority of the United States. I've been helping my clients for over 15 years, understanding, what their financial goals are, sitting down with them, building a plan and a strategy to understand where they are and where they want to get to, and making sure that we hit some of the milestones along the way. The main thing is making sure that, one, there's a financial plan in place and understand the level of risk of my clients as well.
All right, super producer Felicia Haney. We know that you're looking for somewhere or some method to donate, to build wealth, all that money that you have stashed. Do you have any off the top questions?
If I had some money stashed, I wouldn't be here.
You mean you wouldn't do Chill Talk if you had that bag? Go ahead, Felicia.
Y'all wouldn't be able to catch me from in my remote location. But no, so I want to say thanks for coming on first and foremost, and just wanted you to kind of share from your experience maybe what some of the issues are with our community. Why is it that we're always looking for financial literacy? Why don't we have it? Why haven't we had it in all these years? Why are we so much, behind the eight ball? And what are some things that we can begin to do to get on track so that we don't keep having, the conversation is always good to renew, or, you got to keep letting the next generations know, but so that when we continue to have the conversation, we're not having it from a place of being behind the eight ball all the time.
Right. There is a lot of generational and historic aspects to kind of dig into your question. I don't think we have enough time for all that. But it tends to be rooted from, if you look back, from a combination of things from slavery to the Great Depression to the 60s. A lot of that has to do with our behavior as a community, to understand how to one, run a business, or to make money, to understand how to invest in yourself, support existing businesses within your community, and that are similar to you, that may have beneficial interests and like minds. So I think that cultural gap is slowly, it's going to stay wide, because I don't think, regardless if we were on a race and to get to California, and I give you a head start, I start out of Cleveland and you're already in Las Vegas, there's no way in the world I'm going to catch you. So that's a little bit how the wealth timeline consists, either from our community against other communities that are out there. So there's no way that we are going to catch, but we're going to constantly need to move forward in the right direction, right? And it starts with just sitting down and learning some of the basics, just like you would as a kid may have learned how to run a lemonade or Kool-Aid stand. So you get supply and demand. And investments are pretty much kind of similar things. At a very basic level, you want to buy low, sell high. And it's about consistency. So you got to make sure that you understand and you reinvest dollars and create kind of like what we call dollar cost averaging along the way. So it's not the amount of, not trying to time the stock market, it's the amount of time you have in the stock market. So as you understand, how compound interest helps individuals and focus on dollar cost averaging. So that way you put $1 in the day, it earns, 6%. End of the year, you have 106. And then the next year you're compounding against 106. But if you keep adding those dollars on a regular basis, that compounding is exponential and it grows accordingly. So it's starting out with one, let's educate our kids first, understanding the value of $1. Two, making sure that you understand, some of the rules or the fundamental rules around money, understanding compound interest, understanding that you're also going to make sure that you need to stay consistent on putting money back in and saving just like a piggy bank, right? And those are easy ways that you can build up with the younger generation, or even in the older generation that, they even had started these little apps, and these banks start getting into the process and program to roll up. So if you spend, $6.72, they're going to roll up to the whole dollar amount, and they're taking that money for you and then putting in your savings account.
Okay, because I've been seeing little apps like, what is it, like Acorn or something like that, where it'll automatically take whatever change you have and put it somewhere. Are those things useful? Are they actually beneficial?
It's based on the individual. So they are useful if your behavior, says that, I have a hard time, taking that money and putting it into an account. But I know that if I swipe my card, instead of, spending, $6.75, it's $7 even. Okay, I can deal with that. And it helps you to build that habit and behavior, all right, to start thinking about saving. So those applications, be Acorn, Robinhood, Stash, you got to read the fine print, right? Because sometimes you're paying for a subscription that you shouldn't pay for.
Okay.
But if it gets you in that behavior and that culture of saying, okay, I'm going to start saving, then I definitely recommend it as a good thing for every individual.
Now, I think Felicia may have a question from the chat, but I do want to say real quick, I'll give a shout out to my brother Andrew Parker, who helped us take that loss the other day at the trivia challenge. But also what's going on with Jeff Allen and my brother Daryl Shake and Bake Sullins from No Negations. Big ups to him. We're gonna have to get him back on the show to talk about some other things. Felicia, I've been trying to watch the chat. Was it a question from the chat that somebody had?
Well, there is a kind of a question comment from Daryl Sullins. So he mentions that there are a lot of people in our community that do not participate in company matched 401k programs. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So I feel that, individuals that are not participating in a 401k match, they're missing out on free money. Specifically, if you're putting in at a minimum 3%, most companies are either matching at 5 to 6%. So it helps you to start building for that money that's going towards retirement. Social Security is not guaranteed. We hope that it's going to be around, but it's not guaranteed. So simple math and simple numbers. You put in 3%, and they're going to match you dollar for dollar. So you're getting another $3 off the back, right? Then the additional benefit is that it's lowering your overall taxable wages. So that way, Uncle Sam is taxing you at a lower percentage. So that saves you money, down the road. Now, of course, there's fluctuations in everybody's lifestyle and situation where you got to, adjust your contribution. But your goal is to try to maximize as much as you can. The company's only going to give you so much. And the 401k limits for 2020 is $19,500. That's the max that just you can give away, put away for retirement. While depending on your company's plan, they can match anywhere between 1 to 6%, and then there may be some additional plans that they may offer you through a defined compensation plan. But you're actually, as individuals that have the opportunity to contribute to a 401k plan, I recommend them to do that first, right? Because you want to think of 3 different pools of money. You got your money all the way on your right-hand side, which is your retirement. You can't touch that until 59 and a half, technically, right? Then you got your money that's on your left side, which is your emergency savings, your checking. You know, you're supposed to have at least 4 to 6 months of that. But then where, you know, that's important is the money in the middle, which should consist of money that is invested appropriately, either in the market or through some other type of vehicle that you can access without a penalty before you're 59 and a half. If you don't need to touch your emergency fund, you can also leverage that and have that working for you and growing for you at a higher rate, hopefully, than inflation. So, Felicia, I mean, great question from one of the audience. So again, don't give away free money. Contribute to the 401k plan. If you can max out, that's great, but at least contribute to the point that they're matching and you're getting that free money.
All right, now, Brother Cosmo, we're going to be respectful of your time, and we do have some other guests, but I have one more question from the audience, from the chat line. They want to know, how can seniors on fixed income generate wealth?
Well, seniors that are on fixed income can generate wealth by, based on the market, they can invest in what we call, you know, bonds, right? So fixed income bonds or stocks that's paying a dividend. So that way they're getting a check every quarter from a company. So that helps us offset, you know, a senior's income. Now, unfortunately, it's still taxable. So they're going to pay, you know, the capital gains and dividends associated as income. But that's a way that a senior could actually, you know, supplement their income stream as well. So Chill, hopefully I answered that question completely. But before I go, I just want to, you know, give basically 4 takeaways to the audience so that they can think about. One, you know, risk is always going to be there. It's always going to exist. But the goal is to manage risk appropriately. And by doing that is understanding your own personal behavior. And also maybe also using, you know, a professional that you know and trust, an organization that you know and trust. Number 2, the other key thing is diversification. And diversification is meaning that you're invested not just in, you know, one particular stock or just in stocks in general, but in stocks, bonds, even a little bit of cash. And some people even offset that with, you know, real estate, either physical real estate or real estate investment trusts. So diversification is critical. And then I guess, again, back to the same thing, 3, it's not about the time in the market, trying to time the market. It's about the time in the market. So there's a rule called Rule 72 where it indicates how fast your money will double based on the rate of return. And 4th, the final one, you know, it's all about education. So I appreciate you, bruh, for having me the opportunity to, you know, volunteer my service and educate. Felicia, I appreciate you, you know, inviting me on as a guest. And bye, new pie.
All right, there we go. Way to close out there, bruh. All right, that was my man Cosmo.
I would before you go, I would like to invite you to join us on the chat if you have more time. So you can come to facebook.com/CHILLTALK, me. So it's Chill Talk to Me with the number 2. And join us there. So if there's anyone else in the chat who may have questions or something else that you may want to see or comment on from the show, feel free to jump in and, you know, or if there's something that you just must comment on that we discuss, if you want to hop back in, we will welcome you. So just want to put that information out there and join us on the chat if possible.
No, definitely. I'll probably have to, if you could reiterate what the Facebook chat site is again.
Sure. So you go to facebook.com and then it's Chill Talk, the number 2.
Okay.
Me.
Gotcha. All right. I'll try to join you guys.
All right.
Thank you for your time. Take care.
All right, bro. Take it easy. All right. That was my brother Cosmo, one of my good fraternity brothers. All right. Now we have this like our cousin right here, Felicia. Before we bring him in and his partner again, everybody that's watching the show, feel free to share it. Let these people know what's going on. This is a big financial literacy show. And as Felicia said earlier, we should be past the point of re-educating our people and should be at the point of acting on financial literacy. But, obviously we have some ways to go. So again, share this episode of Chill Talks, specifically talking about financial literacy. And speaking of which, if you want to donate any money to the Chill Talk platform, you should see it already in the chat. Cash App, $money to Chill. And again, I'm announcing I'm having a big virtual birthday celebration. Look out for some guest celebrities to show up. So we will see. Also, what's going on to Gregory Smalls, who has joined us. Brother Daryl is in the building. He's here to check out his nephew in the house. So as we bring in these two people, Tremaine, we call him Man. That's his Wu-Tang name. You may know him as Felicia and I normally do Chill Talk up at newstalkcleveland.com at WERE 1490, but he, like us, because of the pandemic and the quarantine, that we're not up at the radio station. So he normally is at the radio station doing talking about finances. So it's just a pleasure to have him here. And we're gonna let you introduce yourself and who you have with you. Are you on mute? Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Good. Appreciate you having me. And I did bring my partner tonight, Mrs. Gail Andrews. She is in the building tonight. And yes, we do want to talk some financial literacy and some mindset shifting because unfortunately, it's still necessary. Unfortunately, we still have to shift some mindset, and we still need to learn about financial education. So that's what we want to do. We want to bring and speak our piece, get in and get out. So tonight we're going to be talking about, again, like I said, financial literacy. We're going to be talking about income shifting, which I think most Americans will love to hear about because that involves everyday person, the person that works every day, that goes to a job every day. So this is something that typically excites that type of person. We're going to be talking about cash flow expansion, which goes hand in hand. And we're going to be talking about the power of a home-based business. And again, power of a home-based business to the everyday person and how this can be advantageous to the everyday person. We're going to briefly talk about the 10K giveaway, and I do want to clarify something because we're doing a lot of marketing through EDM, Extra Digital Movement, and we'll explain who that partner is a little bit later. A lot of people say, you're giving away $10,000 cash? No, let's straighten that out. What we're doing is running a promotion.
That's why Felicia and I showed up. We heard you giving away 10K. We're not? What? No, go ahead.
No,
that's the only reason for us to be here, because he didn't tell us. He didn't tell us how the whole show about to go. First we about to talk about this, then we gonna talk. He don't care. We got no questions or nothing.
Oh, man.
And that brother thorough.
Felicia. I know you're trying to run off with them. I know. But what that 10K giveaway is basically, we're going to give back to people that become partners from this point on. We're going to give back to them for them investing in themselves. They believe in themselves enough to become partners with us. We're going to have a giveaway on September 2nd. It's going up to September 2nd. And then we will be giving portions of that $10,000 away through certain drawings, different amounts through certain drawings. So if you do believe in yourself and invest in yourself after this point, that's what the 10K giveaway is, not $10,000.
Okay, but just to make sure, because I was talking a lot of smack advertising this show, we are giving away something today, right? We do have a free giveaway.
Oh yeah, we do have it. Oh, for sure. That's right.
Okay, we want to get my sister in there, but let us know what we're giving away today on the show. Today for free.
That is a PayPal card reader. It's a strip and card reader, and so for those that ballers that do business on the road and on the move, A lot of people need that, so we're going to definitely be giving that away tonight. The PayPal card and strip reading.
All right, Felicia. So we need the super producer to figure out how we got, because this big baller status. We giving away a PayPal card reader for people to handle their business on the road. So Felicia, you get some thought to how we're going to give that away.
Yeah, that's a great prize, by the way. So thank you for wanting to share that with our audience. And this is, we talking about this brand new, y'all. This is not like you gonna plug it up and it's already hooked up to somebody else's business. Like you got to try to figure out how to get it jailbroken and stuff.
Oh, no. Brand new in the box.
You're not doing that.
He said it's brand new in the box.
That's right. So, I know it's getting a little late, and Ms. Gail, she was gracious enough to join me tonight, so I want to hold her up too late. So I want to give a quick overview of things that we're going to do. We do want to, like I said, talk about the things that they never taught you in school. And, like the brother was just on, I believe his name was Cosmo, financial consultant for years. And, and there's a lot of things that were taught through school and education. We'd like to financially, educate people on things that aren't always taught in school. Some of the wealthiest people keep a lot of secrets. So we love to pull the curtains back and expose those secrets for the everyday person. So that's what we're here to do this evening, the next 20 or so minutes.
All right, well, that Sister Gail Andrews looks like she has information. The look on her face is like, let me tell y'all something.
Let's get Sister Gail introduced now.
Yes. I'm about to, absolutely. I am about to. Okay, so look, this is what we're going to do. Like I said, we're going to talk about the things that they never teach in school. We're going to talk about some strategies that most people that make a lot of money implement in their families, in their social circle. And our question is, why don't we do it with ours? The thing with us at EDM, which is Extradition Movement and Making Wealth Real, we do implement these strategies, and we like to share these strategies and allow other people to share these strategies and make wealth, the everyday person to make wealth. And I mean generational wealth for their families that you can leave and will to your families after your time is past. So, a lot of us are winning in this pandemic. Again, there's a pandemic right now. Vegas shut down for a long time. NBA shut down, and coincidentally, it shut down tonight for other reasons. But we're just trying to show people that even in times of stress like this, even in this pandemic, we can shift not only your mindset, but shift some of your decision making, and you can win. And we're here to kind of show you guys how to do that. All right. And what we have noticed that there are 4 things that just keep us in the positions that we're in. We're talking about inflation, taxes, debt, and big business. Those are the 4 things that shift money away from the everyday person. Inflation, taxes, debt, and big business. And Ms. Gail, would you like to expound on that right there as far as inflation, taxes, debt, and big business, and how they shift money away from the everyday person and how we can eventually shift that money back to us?
It's Gail in the house. Welcome, Miss Gail.
Thank you. You guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Yes, fine, yes.
Thank you, Tremaine. And I'm not altogether sure why I'm here because Tremaine just gave you the entire presentation. What an amazing overview and helicopter look at what we do. But yeah, so the only thing I can offer is some slides. So am I able to share slides?
Yes, you should be. I enabled the slide.
Okay, so let's see if I can do this. If I can, I guess then it'll be a user error. I can't blame you.
No, we see you. There you go.
Yes, sir. I got the technique down.
Well, Miss Gail, I'm sorry, Miss Gail. Yes, we can see the slides. Let me say that. But can you give just a brief introduction of yourself? Everybody is definitely waiting for you to jump into this information. And it looks like it's going to be these slides is looking like these slides is laid out. Okay, the information is here, but we just want an introduction of you. If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So my name is Gail Andrews, and I am a partner with Tremaine Willis. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area, and I've been involved with this company for a little over 8 months, about 9 months. I work full time, so I do this part time. I work full time for the federal government at one of our favorite agencies, IRS. And
The inside scoop.
inside scoop. So, yep, that's about it for me. I have a passion for financial education, as does Tremaine. So, that's about it for me.
Okay, so what is the company, and if you could tell us maybe a little bit about it or how you got involved.
Yep, the company is Making Wealth Real Financial. It's MWR. Like I said, we got involved about 8 months ago. The owner of the team that we're on, Extra Digit Movement, Tremaine talked a little bit about income shifting. That's an extra digit movement strategy, and the founder is Brian Bean. And so Brian actually introduced me to this company. So that's how I became familiar with it. And it actually has changed like so many lives already. It's just really amazing. So we're really excited to be sharing this information with as many people as we want. Unfortunately, I wasn't on to hear the speaker previously, but it sounds like it's the same kind of idea that, you know, our folks need financial education and we need a paradigm shift because of the way we look at education. We were taught, financial information, we were taught to go to school, right? Get a job and trade time for dollars. And
Yes.
the only thing that has lended us is like keeping us living paycheck to paycheck. It's not a good look. So we just want to offer a different business model, which, you know, isn't always accepted and people kind of miss the big picture of what it can do for them. So that's the company that we're involved with, Making Wealth Real Financial. And we want to share some financial education and alternative to trading time for dollars.
In other words, it's called leverage. We want to teach leverage.
It's all about leverage.
And okay, so like I said, let's talk about, let's just keep this A and B with the problems. You know, those 4 problems we talked about. Can you expound on the inflation, the taxes, debt, big business, and then we'll talk about some solutions to those problems.
Okay.
Ms. Gail.
Yeah, and you guys stop me whenever you want, you have a question or whatever. So, these are the challenges that Tremaine talked about. And so, we're already familiar with what these challenges are, but it's just that they're kind of exasperated now that we're in this pandemic. And, you know, one of the ways is because with inflation, we've already seen that prices are going up because in big business, they're not able to open the doors, or they're doing this gradual opening and they're not able to fill at capacity the way they used to. And so they're going to have to make up for all the money that they've lost. And so the pandemic is making that situation even more dire. And then also, a lot of people lost their jobs or their incomes were reduced. And so thank goodness we got those stimulus checks because that did help out some. And I think we're going to get another round. But what happens is the government didn't have money to give us those stimulus checks. So that money has to be paid back. That came from the private reserve. And at some point, our taxes are going to go up again. So it's bad enough that a third comes out of our income already off the top before we see it, but those taxes are going to go up again, even if it isn't this year or next. At some point, we're going to have to pay that stimulus money back, and it's going to be through raising taxes. So those are the 4 challenges that Tremaine talked about that are going to be exacerbated because of the pandemic. So we're here, of course, because everybody's not losing. As we know, in opportunity, in chaos, there's always opportunity, right? So Shipt, Amazon, Uber Eats, all these folks are making a mint off because they're coming up with solutions for all of the challenges that we're facing right now with being quarantined. And MWR aligns the exact same way because we have to be in the house anyway. So why not make money while you're at home having a home-based business, which would address those 4 challenges that we talked about, right? Mm-hmm. So these are the 3 solutions, and I'm flying through these slides. So if I'm going too fast, you need me to slow down or you have a question, just let me know. So the first challenge, again, is actually having a home-based business, because there are a lot of tax breaks that we can get just by having a home-based business using things that we use anyway. Our overhead is our cell phone, our electricity, our internet, laptops. The things that we use anyway become tax deductions when you have a home-based business. And
Hey, Gail.
yes, sir.
Let me jump in. Let me jump in to try to add some clarity to what she's saying as far as the home-based business. Let me give you guys an example. You have two people that make $50,000 a year. One without a home-based business, one with a home-based business. Of course, we know without the home-based business, a third or 33% of your money gets taxed immediately from the government when you work. So from February to April, you're literally working for the government. So person with a home-based business making that same $50,000, they can use as much as they possibly can from that $50,000, as much as they can, and then only get taxed on the rest of it. So both people that making $50,000 are doing the exact same thing. They're both going out to eat. They're both buying staples. They're both going to the movie theaters, like this evening, paying for the movie instead of getting to watch a free one. They're both buying gas for their cars. They're both working out of their home, living in their homes. But instead, the one that doesn't own the business is getting taxed immediately off the whole $50,000. The one that owns a home-based business will be getting taxed off everything minus what they use, what they are able to write off. So say if they get $17,000, they're only getting taxed on the $33,000 instead of $50,000. So the exact same thing that a person without a home-based business is using every day. So that's the everyday person being able to utilize the power of a home-based business to save money by not paying high taxes, and that money that you could be saved is money that you could use to increase your own wealth. Again, the very definition of income shifting. So taking that money that you saved, shift it somewhere else to pay some debt off, save money. People just want to save money, but shifting that money to use it for another reason. So I just wanted to expound on that a little bit, kind of clarify a little bit for you.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm sorry, go.
Nope, you're perfectly fine. Thank you for that. And to Kevin?
Yes.
Kevin's point. Okay, yeah, this is all about leverage. And so this slide just talks about how we're leveraging technology because we're all quarantined, we're in the house, and how we're leveraging Zoom, and we're doing this radio show using Zoom, and we do our presentations using Zoom. So Zoom actually is winning to the point of all those airlines that are shown there. The combination of what they're making is not more than what Zoom is making, because their income has just gone through the roof because everybody is on Zoom. We're at church, right, using Zoom. So everybody's not losing is the point in the pandemic. And just as they're using leverage is the same way we want to use leverage to expand our cash flow and increase our income. So the third solution that we have is a team of financial experts. So what's going on here is the company, MWR, that's Making Wealth Real Financial. They employ this staff of experts who go to work for you. So a lot of companies, they will show you how to do it. They'll give you the tools to do it, and then you have to kind of figure it out yourself. So if you don't have a certification or enough knowledge, then there could be some things that you're leaving on the table because we don't know what we don't know, right? And every famous person, every wealthy person, every successful person has a team of experts that are in their ears that are telling them exactly what to do with their money, because wealthy people aren't necessarily financial experts. They just know the right people, right? So that's what this company offers you as well, a team of financial experts to take the strategies, the tools that they offer to fix your financial footprint, and they execute it for you. So just level set on what we're doing here. So there's a role. Everybody plays a role in a home-based business. Everybody stays in their lane, right? So our job, the people who are just getting this information is to just expose this information to as many people as we can, because we want to change the financial paradigm, that the way people think that they can make money, that it isn't just go out and get a job and work 40 years for the rest of your life, retire, and then have to get another job because you don't have enough money to, you didn't make enough money when you were working to consider your future, which is tragic a lot of times in our culture. And so all we do is expose the information to people. Extra Digit, that's the group, that's the team that we're on. They do the educating. So they give these webinars, they have tools, they tell you exactly what to do, they give you a step-by-step process on how to operate your home-based business from soup to nuts. So like they're there the whole time, they do the education. MWR, which is the company that we've partnered with, again, they execute. So they have 4 strategies that they use to execute financial strategies and tools that will change your financial footprint. And we're going to talk about those a couple slides later. We good? No questions?
All right. Well, I do want to ask Felicia, because people should be excited about the card reader, the PayPal card reader. So I don't know if she has determined in what method we're gonna award that away, because when I was first told that was gonna be a giveaway, I was trying to maneuver how to keep it myself. But then I found out, which I already knew. It's a good giveaway if you want to keep it yourself.
If you work at the radio station, you can't participate, man. You know that.
I know. Yeah, so I don't know right now, people are wondering how to win it. Felicia, if you've come up with anything yet to give that away.
Not exactly. I think I'm going to choose. We're getting some pretty decent questions in the chat, so I think I'm going to choose something from someone in our Facebook chat. But we do have a question. Someone wants to know, does a person have to register their business, for example, get an LLC or sole proprietorship? They're saying, is that necessary?
No, that is not necessary. A home-based business is very, very easy to become a part of. You just use your social security number. And then at the end of the year, you get a 1099, which lets you know it's a legitimate business. And yeah, no, they don't have to register their business or get an LLC or anything else.
Is there a benefit to doing that? Like, is there a reason to do that or not do that?
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
LLC, or is there a benefit
for registering your business? So there, because the person in the chat is asking, if you should do it, which you answered, but just to follow up, like, is there a benefit of doing it? Like, did you recommend it or not? Or
well, it isn't needed, although some people do when they enroll and partner with us, they do it under their business name. So it's a choice. You can either put it under your.
And I also say, we also like to know that we have other business people in the chat, so they're chiming in on that question as well. Cosmo is in the chat, also giving out information. And I see my brother Mark Batson is also in the chat. So we're well represented here by financial people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So they're also answering questions in the chat, guys. That's how we getting it down today on the financial literacy program episode of Chill Talk.
Yeah, so Felicia, to your question, yes, it's your choice. You can either register, you can either enroll using your personal name or your business. Either one is an option.
thank you.
You're welcome. So just want to kind of put this in context of what we're getting here. So the MWR Financial offers 4 strategies. So it's like owning your own franchise. And of course, this is one that we can all relate to. McDonald's, love it or hate it, it's a good example. So McDonald's, they made millions. Their marketing is all about their burger shake, fries, and apple pies, right? So they have, wherever you go, whichever, nationally, internationally, all the McDonald's are the same. You have a system and you do it a certain kind of way. So that's why it works, because it's very systemic. So MWR is the same thing. Enrolling in MWR, you have a franchise. Instead of burgers, fries, shakes, and apple pies, we have Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max. So those are the 4 pillars, 4 strategies, 4 products, 4 services that we offer. So that is what the home-based business is. It's using these tools to change your financial footprint. And it isn't us using the tools, except for we're uploading our information to the experts and they take it from there. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each one. So Money Max has to do with, this is, and they're in the order of when you should do it, right? So Money Max is all about, we talked about having a home-based business and taking advantage of tax deductions. And so if you have a job, you use Money Max, you upload your W-2, your W-2, and the previous 2 tax returns. And what the experts do, they will, taking into consideration that you now have a home-based business and there are certain tax deductions that you're qualified for, they will modify your W-2 for you. Because what happens is a lot of people get jobs and you fill out your W-2 when you get that job and you kind of forget about it. But you're actually supposed to revisit your W-2 every single year because your life circumstances could change. You could get married, have kids, get a home-based business, whatever. So the experts here, they modify your W-2 for you. They give it to you and you submit it to your HR department or do it online. However it works for your job. And on your very next paycheck, you'll have a raise. You'll get more money because they don't have to take out as many taxes as they were because your home-based business allows you more deductions. And Tremaine talked about that a little bit in his example. The reason you're uploading your previous year's tax returns is because they're taking a look at it. They're kind of scrubbing it to see if you left any money on the table. So this is an added benefit that they're just doing for you on your behalf. So that's Money Max. It's a tax reduction strategy. Credit Max, just like the name implies, it restores your credit. So what happens here is that give you instructions on how to upload your 3 credit reports from Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. You upload those and the experts go to work for you. You'll start hearing or seeing that your credit score is going up, or they'll tell you when things are coming off of your credit report. So they're doing all of this on your behalf. It's credit monitoring to make sure that there are no derogatory actions put on your report, or it could be something on your report that you're absolutely responsible for, but the way creditors put it on there makes a difference. So they have to follow a certain process. If they don't follow that process, those items have to come off, which is just totally amazing. So my personal story is that I did this and in about 4 months, my credit score went up 106 points. And so most people are getting these results. And, you know, a lot of times when people hear about credit restoration, they think, you know, my credit is okay. That could very well be true, but everybody is not in that situation. And so this is not only for us, it's for people that we know. We have people on our team who have an 850 credit score, right? Can't get any better than that, but they're leveraging everything else and people as well. So that's Credit Max. Equity Max is a debt elimination strategy. And just like it sounds, so what we do here is there is a portal. Everybody gets their own personalized portal. And we upload our the debts that we have, the interest rates, the due dates. So maybe 4 things. And then again, MWR takes it from there. And this is actually a software that we're using to do this. And what is returned is a plan for you to get out of debt earlier than your creditors had for you. And it's a snowball effect. So this isn't something new. People are very familiar with this. You pay off your highest interest bill first, if that's what they recommend. And then you snowball that money into the next bill and you end up paying your bill off sooner than later, and then you have extra money. They will also give you a date of when you would become a millionaire if you stick to their plan.
Millionaires Day. Yes, we offer a Millionaires Day. Yes.
Billionaires Day. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, well, let me ask this, because I know we need to I know you guys are giving the full presentation, but we need to be a little bit, if we can be a little more inclusive in some of the topics. And I do want to ask, because you just brought up being able to check credit scores and talking about credit scores.
Mhm.
Can you let us know a little bit more about the importance of your credit score, and knowing what your credit score is, and how to even find out what your credit score is?
Absolutely. So your credit score, having a good credit score is very important, because credit determines what we pay for money, right? So if you take out a loan, or you want to buy a car, purchase a house, whatever, your credit score is going to determine your interest rate. And so that is very important. And not only that, a lot of times applying for jobs these days, they will look at your credit score. So that could determine whether or not you get a job.
Or somewhere to live.
Or somewhere to
Or
live.
looking for somewhere to live. They look at your credit score a lot of the times now. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yes, having a great credit score is definitely critical. And where you can find your credit score. So in this program, there is a software called Smart Credit. And that is a credit monitoring or credit platform where you can see what your credit score is. And it also tells you what things you can do to increase your credit score. I believe Credit Karma. I'm not absolutely sure. I would be guessing if I threw out some names of where
You can annualcreditreport.com. I believe you can get one free credit report per year from annualcreditreport.com. So you can get one free credit report per year from them as well. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that answered the mail.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you talk anything about, because a lot of people will use creditkarma.com. Not saying that it's not a good tool, but some people don't know the difference between, that and like your FICO score. So how important is it? Like, is there other things that you should be using to keep up with this? Maybe some apps or anything. Do you have anything like that you could recommend?
So I don't personally have anything I can recommend. No. But what I can say about the FICO score is a compilation of your 3 credit scores. And so I'm not sure when each is used. And like I said, I can't tell you what other apps that you can use, but here, Credit Max, they will do it all for you. And it isn't just solely about your credit report. I think it's important to look at your entire financial footprint and not just focus on credit, because what's the use of having good credit if you don't have a wealth strategy in place, or a debt elimination strategy, or the things that you can get from Money Max. So yeah, I can appreciate people wanting more information about credit, but we don't just single out that one aspect of wealth building, because I think it's all encompassing.
I do want to add that I did give out the link. If anyone, we have a couple other financial people in the audience as well in the chat. So I've given out the link to that. So if anybody, I see Daryl Sullins out there. I see Mark Batson out there. Cosmo is still out there. But anybody wants to come in and add something to the conversation as we get ready to wrap up. Like I said, I promised our producer that we would not have any 4-hour shows. And but I do.
You told me that at the beginning.
But I did invite some other people just now. So anybody's watching, if you want to come into the chat to add something. And we are still contemplating how we're going to give away that PayPal card reader. And we really appreciate you joining us
Okay.
and giving us that
Hey,
information.
Chill, let me jump in there real quickly to wrap this up. 'Cause I
Okay.
want to emphasize a couple things.
All right. Do you need the screen? Do you still need the screen share?
No, that's fine. Yes, you can leave the screen there because just really quick, Wealth Max, Gail, Wealth Max is basically a generational strategy to help create generational wealth, where it's land banking involved, and again, we'll leave I'll leave my information so for those that want to know more about this and can we'll leave so they can find out more about it and everything like that, because we're really just scratching the surface because of time. So we have links and websites and everything that they can find out and go in depth with it, with all of this information. But land banking for wealth generation, for Wealth Max, is a land banking. And that's a strategy that's used by the membership to help create wealth. Private reserve account. Again, remember, this is all about education. Even though MWR does all of the work, education is still a key component to all of this. So we teach about starting a private reserve account to where you can become your own bank, because we keep going to banks and giving them all our money, paying all this interest, and then when it's time for you to go get a loan, they tell you no after you pay for the lifestyle of everybody else. So that's just touching the tip of the iceberg with Wealth Max. That's where we go to sit down with a person to show them, okay, now that you utilize all of the other things and now you have some positive income flowing, now let's generate some wealth. So Wealth Max. But I did want to state some, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gail. I believe MWR, who celebrated the year anniversary? MWR. I want you guys to hear these statistics really quick. MWR, this company that we partnered with, they just celebrated a 1-year anniversary a couple weeks ago, maybe. Real quick, let's talk Money Max. This is something they did within 1 year. $5 million a month back into the paychecks. When we talked about the paycheck, basically giving yourself a raise when you upload your W-2s if you work every day. $5 million a month back into the paychecks of the MWR members. For those that became members, submitted their paychecks, that's a month. So we're talking $60 million of money, income that was shifted back to the people. So remember, it's about income shifting for the everyday person as well, education and income shifting. That was $60 million shifted back to the everyday working person. Another quick statistic, they raised the scores 50 to 100 points on average. Like, you heard Sister Gail, she said they raised hers up. Equity Max, and that's a debt elimination. $500 million in interest has been shaved off of the members in the last year. $500 million in 1 year. And not only that, in 1 year, they shaved off 13,600 years of interest off of debt for the members. 13,000 years of debt they've shaved off of 1 year. So just want to, interject that because to show that they are really working, and what they do is working. It's actually helping improve the lives of all the members. So I just want to interject that. Go ahead. Okay.
So would you guys be able to tell us just for the sake of time, kind of, and I know it's so much that you can't really just say like in a nutshell, but if you can tell us like what are the most important benefits for using your service, and also if people want to know more about this, how can they get in touch with you?
The most important benefit, education, the ease in which you could submit all of your information. Like Gail said, you get a portal, you get your own portal, and for whatever pillar you choose to use, all you simply do is upload information or call. And actually on the portal, what we forgot to mention is that there's a make it easy button. Ask the financial consultant for whichever thing you need to ask. I mean, this is your team of licensed professional individuals working on your behalf. IRS agents that get 1099 at the end of the year, like everybody else. They have to report how much they make, just like we do. Like we get 1099 at the end of the year. So really, it really, all of it kind of goes hand in hand. I don't think one is more important than the other because it depends on the person's situation and what they're looking for at that time. And just really quick, I know you guys see the slide, but I just want to mention it so it's heard, you know, $228 one time or $119 a month, but that would encompass starting your own business. Just if the person just wanted the pillars and, you know, needed to help themselves with the Money Max, Credit Max, Equity Max, and Wealth Max, that's just $79 a month. If they just want to, hey, let me just get my stuff together, really not interested in running a personal business, I don't want to get into that, $79 a month. And if you want more information, anybody can call 216 or text 216-285-0569 and just text cash flow. Again, 216-285-0569 and just text cash flow, and we will get you all the information you need, put you right where you need to be, point you in the right direction.
All right, and I'm glad you gave out that number because there are people in the chat asking, how do you get more information? So if you could also drop that information in the chat as well to make sure that the people see it. I don't know if you're connected to the Facebook link, but if you can, go ahead and drop that contact in there. So they're definitely saying they want more information.
Okay.
Quick question: Are we done with the slide? Because it's covering the entire. Thank you. Repeat the number one more time because another brother, Terry, just showed up. Ask for the number again.
All he has to do is text cash flow, the keyword cash flow, to 216-285-0569. And we'll get it. We'll put him right where he needs to be, get him all the information he needs, and we can go from there. Hopefully we can help him.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Haney, did you figure out how we giving away this fantastic prize? Are we giving it away to somebody who's answering good questions or what?
Yeah, because it's a pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Somebody that, you know, go with the people that participate and active. Because the whole point of this is mindset shifting. So those that are active and thinking about it, and they're trying to do something different. So I like that. I really do. I do.
And I just want to make one more point. Well, besides the fact, Kevin and Felicia, thank you so much for creating this platform to share financial education. That's just totally amazing. We need more of that. But just wants to let everybody know that all that we've talked about at this point was expanding your cash flow, meaning you are doing something with the money you already have. And we didn't even talk about increasing your income, which is how you make money from the business. Just know that there are 10 ways that you can make money from this business just by exposing what we just did.
Okay.
And you can get more.
So that's what actually, and it's funny that you mentioned that because I was going to choose the person who asked the question and so maybe if you can address this. I believe it was Karen in the chat. She asked, how can a person who's on a fixed income create more wealth or generate more wealth for themselves?
Just by sharing this information, and the company will pay you for doing that. When people get these services or they decide to partner with you in business, you get paid for it.
All right.
Really that simple. They expose and we educate, and NWR does all the work. It's literally that simple. Everybody stays in their lane, and you see the results from NWR. They're getting major results. They're doing major work, and props to them as well. NWR.
Okay. Hey, we appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you, sister, for spending time with us and giving us information. We're definitely going to have to follow up. And like I said, I'm glad you gave the number. The number is in the chat for people to contact you with to text cash flow. So we have a couple of people that are in there asking about that information. So Felicia did give that out, and we appreciate that.
I appreciate. Thank you again, Felicia. Thank you, Chill. We definitely appreciate the platform. Thank you so much.
Hey, and Tremaine, I definitely appreciate, brother, all the time that you help me test out information whenever I'm on here trying to figure out is everything working. You always show up and help out, but that's how you get down. So I appreciate you, and we'll make sure we contact you to figure out how we get the inevitable winner the
Just let me
prize,
know. Yes, sir.
and we'll hook that up.
Sounds good.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
Bye, guys.
All right. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
All right, now I have my man Daryl Sullins, who was in the building, holding on and waiting. I know he is interested and involved in a lot of this type of information. So I don't know, Daryl, if you had something you quickly wanted to share with, and I appreciate always having my brother on here. But anything you want to share from on the entire topic?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's up? Hold
How
on.
you doing?
Yeah, we hear you, bro. Can you hear us? Did we lose you? No, I hear you.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, there's a delay.
Are you watching the Zoom or are you watching Facebook?
I'm a Zoom.
Okay. Well, you look fine to us. You on here. It's you on time, no delay. You on here with us.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm just happy to be on with Felicia's on the show. The second time I've been on with her.
All right.
Too bad I'm
all
about
right.
to get off.
Right. Felicia has to go do something. So I'm gonna close this out.
Oh,
See, you chased her. It's you, Daryl.
okay.
It's you. Felicia, do we have a winner?
You guys are more than welcome to stay on. I just have to take care of something. I can come back.
Okay.
So you're more than welcome to share whatever information you wanted to share.
Hold on, man.
Do we have a winner? Did we come up with a winner, Felicia? I saw somebody in here that looked like you, but if you know.
Well, text me.
All right, we'll text you the winner and we'll announce it.
Oh, y'all killing me.
All right,
You trying to win, Daryl? Is that why you called in? You trying to win?
No, I just had some things to add to the conversation.
Well, come on with it. Felicia said you can still do it. She'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back shortly.
Hey, the one thing I want to say is that, you know, our workshops, we talk about this stuff all the time, financial literacy. And one of the biggest things that people have to understand, see you later. Hold on, Jill. Hold on, I'm tripping.
All right, you all right, Daryl? What's going on? What you got going on?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Are you okay? Because we all live. You're burning live hours.
Can you see me?
Yes, we see you and we hear you.
Okay, good. People have to understand, when you talk about financial literacy, there's a lot of facets to that. And for one, you got to change your mindset and understand money, the difference between assets and liability. A car is not an asset, that's a liability because it depreciates. A house, actually, most people think is an asset, but it's a liability unless you're making money from it. I have rental property, and that rental property brings me income. And one thing I learned to do is not to take my primary income from my job to pay for liabilities. My asset pays for my liabilities. A good book to read is by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Excellent books to give you understanding. First thing you want to do is create an emergency fund. If you have to start off with a $500 to $1,000, that will cover most emergencies that you have. So you don't bust your budget. You don't come out of your primary income. That's why you have an emergency fund. And if you have a $500 or $1,000 emergency fund, if you have to spend it, say you blew out a tire, you got to pay $300 for some tires. You take it from the emergency fund, but you have to replenish that emergency fund back to whatever, $500 or $1,000. It's different techniques like that. If you learn to help you to eliminate debt. Inside the chat, I put in a story about Earl Crawley. This is a guy who has a learning disability, but he's a parking lot attendant, never made over $12 an hour, and he has a portfolio of $500,000, $500,000. and you listen to the techniques. It's out there, but you have to read, you have to study, you have to network, you have to talk to people, and you do those things to help you. And I can tell you, I got my PhD from Visa University. I can I tell you, Jack, you know, getting out of debt, and I'm just about completely out of debt, and I'm working on my house now. So there's a lot of books out there that you can get and find out about it. But invest in the knowledge, man. It helped tremendously. And we talk to people all the time about this, Chill.
Mm-hmm. Well, and because you're involved and you deal with various revenue streams, and you've started another business, and you've always been operational in other businesses other than your primary job. Mm-hmm. And now we know that you've been on here with no negations. And how is that going, and what part of the process is that? And you also have your family involved, or is it that they have you involved? Does your son have you involved, or did you bring him in, or did he bring you in? How did that
No, he actually brought me in, and I just got my LLC, a new business that I'm starting, SoulNet Impact Consulting. And what I do, I consult companies, corporations on removing the anxiety of diversity and inclusion in the workplace. A lot of companies have it. They have the check the box syndrome, what I call. I have different entities of diversity in there, but they don't have the inclusion part. And the decision making is done by not a diverse amount of people. So I help companies with that. And one, it helps them recruit good talent and to retain good talent, which makes them profitable. So I just got my LLC in that. A great resource would be Reg Thompson. Farouk, he teaches.
Oh yeah, our guy Farouk, yeah.
Yeah, he teaches a class with Veterans Administration Outreach Center. He's out of Georgia, but he have classes every couple of weeks that an individual starting from zero can get the information. If they have an idea, or if they want to create a business, you can go through that. You can get the certificate for it, but if you're not a veteran, you don't get all the benefits that a veteran would get. They're free, they're online, and then afterwards, if you go to the 2-day course, there's a 6-week course through Mississippi State University. It's free. You can go through that, you can get the certification, but if you're not a veteran, you won't get access to a 7A loan, which is a guaranteed loan. The VA don't give you the loan, they guarantee it with the bank. And you can get a great amount of information in doing that. So with the no negations, we do the workshops, we talk about this stuff. And with my new business, SoulNet Impact Consulting, I actually work with companies. And through the VA, they help me network with major companies in doing that.
Now, I also want to say from the chat, Sister Sasha Beckett, always, as of late, in the chat, bringing up good information, asking questions, giving information. And if any of you want to really, she does an excellent job on Facebook of reading. She has on her page, she does readings to youth, to kids. So go ahead and find her on Facebook, SASHA Beckett, BECKETTE. If you're interested in your kids hearing some stories, doing read-alongs, go find her on Facebook and participate. But I brought her up just now because she brought up Dr. Boyce Watkins, saying that he would be a fantastic tool to listen to on finances and business. And certainly I agree. And I've had the opportunity to meet Dr. Boyce Watkins and spend some time talking with him and our own George Frazier, who you know is a giant in the business networking field nationally. But we know him, we know and love him as a Cleveland resident. But yeah, if you get a chance, that Dr. Boyce Watkins has his own YouTube channel. I don't know the exact name of it right now. Maybe Sasha has it. What's going on? Eugene Sanders is in the building. But yeah, check out Dr. Boyce Watkins. He has a, and I'll find it and I'll post it. But he has a YouTube channel where he gives out loads of information on
Definitely.
business and finance. So thanks, Sasha. Big up. So now I did put the link in the chat. Let me say, I'll put it in there one more time. Just a second.
Let me say this while you're doing that, Chill.
Yeah,
If
go ahead.
anyone wants to take advantage of those courses I talk about, have them hit me up at nonegations.com, www.nonegations.com. I'll get them reg information. He'll register you and get out when there's going to be a class. I'm telling you, it's a phenomenal class. The 6-week class in Mississippi State University, after you complete the class, it actually has through a program called Live Plan, your business plan will be put together. So it's a great class.
Okay, so I just put the Zoom link in as we're going to wrap up, but we would love for anybody to join us real quick if they have anything to add to this. Join us. The YouTube link is in the chat. Also, the Cash App is in the chat. So if you want to donate anything to Chill Talk, because we constantly try to bring you necessary information that you need to know, and hit us up, Cash App $money to chill. You can find it in the chat. But also the link, the Zoom link is in the chat. Also, make sure you stay tuned, because I will be announcing information about my virtual birthday party. So in some form or fashion, I'm going to celebrate my birthday with everybody. Normally, Daryl knows we have a big cookout in the backyard. Celebrities, politicians, my journalist friends, my martial arts friends, my hip hop friends. It's a big mix of all my people. But since we're not going to be able to do that this year, I'm going to invite everybody. So don't be surprised if you tune in who you might see. Some people that you don't know, but possibly some people that you do know will jump in and join us. And so everybody's welcome to come on, wish me happy birthday, shout out your business, whatever it is you want to talk about real quick during my birthday virtual throwdown. You are welcome. All right, here comes the super producer back again. And again, if anybody wants to jump in off of, and before we shut this down, off of the link that I provided for Zoom, hurry up and jump in and add to the convo. Felicia's back. You should have heard what Daryl was saying about you while you were gone.
I heard it. He thought
You
I was
ain't heard no stuff like that. But let me say this though, and serious. It's serious. We always talk about, each one teach one, helping each other out in the community. I mean, this platform that you have to each week during the pandemic, especially, you're not working, you're not out there. People getting a lot of good information. They're networking. They're finding out some stuff. I'm saying that you need to be supporting this platform financially. Don't get fat getting all the information and not getting anything back. That's important. And if you want to keep this thing going during this time, because there's a lot of businesses out there that was shut down. I remember with my barber, she couldn't go in, but I was still cash apping her money, because that's important. If we talk about community supporting each other, that's the way to do it. So don't just do the jaw jacking, put your feet behind it.
I appreciate that, brother, because Felicia already said for my birthday party, I'm going to have to DoorDash her on the Chill Talk bill. But no, I do appreciate that. And again, if anybody wants to donate to Chill Talk, it's in the chat, Cash App, $money to chill. And as I said earlier as we went through the pandemic, like I was at my barber shop today. I went, I still go down on Lee Harvard, and I said, because my barber had been the barber shops, the salons had been closed, and I said that I would pay my barber double, just out of respect for him and his craft and what he does. Every time that I go get a haircut. I mean, I know people think, like, what hair, bro? You bald? No, this is hair. I got a hairline. So as long as I have a hairline, don't worry about what's all the way at the top. As long as I have a hairline.
Yeah.
I just got it cut real low this earlier today. But and of course my quarantine beard. But yeah, so everybody, everybody help everyone. So I appreciate that.
That's recycling money in the community.
Yeah. So I'm really interested, Felicia. I'm not okay. Do you want to talk about it after the show, or did you come up with somebody that won the PayPal card reader? That's not Daryl Sullins.
Oh man. That's all right, Felicia. Go ahead and pick somebody else, because I know you were going to pick me. No. Give somebody.
I thought you had an idea, Chill. You said
I did. You want me to text it to you right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I can put it in the. You know what? I'll text you, because I was gonna say I can put it in the Zoom chat.
Either way.
Okay. Here we go. This is my vote, and you tell me if this looks good to you. Wow. It's gone. All right. So I sent you something. Do you agree? You disagree? If you disagree, it'll just be between us. It is.
No, I do not disagree at all. I actually agree 100%. And I'm glad that you chose this person. So we y'all do see that Chill chose this person and not me. And the only reason I say that is because I try to be completely transparent, because I happen to know sister, I call her Anissa, but Sasha Beckett, I happen to know her personally, and we used to attend the same mosque. So I didn't want anyone to feel like I was being biased, but I do think that is an awesome choice that she shared the show today. She had some good contributions, and I know that she also has her own business. So I think that she would be an excellent choice, and I'm glad that Chill chose, so that it wouldn't seem like I was trying to be biased.
Right. And see, I didn't know all of that information. So all I know is that she shares the show. As of late, she's sharing the show a lot. She contributes questions and answers and information. I see her out here doing the things that she does, reading to the kids. So I thought it would be excellent. And just let me tell you, for the people who also have been sharing Chill Talk, and they're like, hold on, wait a minute, man. I've been sharing this how long? We got you. We coming around to you. This is the beginning of big things. We have giveaways coming up. Big things to coming to Chill Talk and all of the Chill platforms. For the first time, in the chat, the initial post, I also included a link to the YouTube channel. So if you get a chance, go to the YouTube channel. The link is provided. If not, you can just go on YouTube and search Kevin Chillhurd and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I want to try to get to 1,000 people within the next couple of months, so we can do some extra things and provide you all the information. And it's stuff already on the YouTube channel. So, feel free to go and look around and see what we have there. So since no one has joined us, and I'm not looking at the Facebook link, because I was sending information to Felicia. I don't know who has joined us, but Tremaine is giving claps. The Sister Beckett has been selected. So we will work out a way to get now, Sister Beckett. When you get the Chill Talk prize, everybody is obligated to pose and so we can. So you see that we really giving stuff right. You know, you got,
winning.
so people know that when you watch Chill Talk, even we were on the radio, which hopefully we return to soon, but safely. Participate and you win things. So we're proud of the things. As Felicia just noted, a lot of the times we gave away the free entries to the drive-in movie theaters with swag bags, with not just the free entry, but you got good stuff. So watch Chill Talk, participate in Chill Talk, and you benefit from it. So I believe that's it. Haney, we will be looking forward to upcoming information about GCUF, Greater Cleveland Urban Film Festival. The GCLABJ, the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, will be having a town hall meeting soon. We're about to put out the save the dates. So we are hosting a forum between representatives of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party as the presidential debates arrive. So we will have our own forum with people representing both parties. So look for that information from the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, which I happen to be honored to currently be the president. And Felicia, she's the secret president. She just don't want to. But yeah,
Telling all the trade secrets.
stay tuned for all of that information. We always appreciate my brother Daryl Sullins. Look for him. I did the people saw it when I had the Taekwondo master, and he joined me for that. And that, oh my God, that started up a whole, man, martial artists are calling me. They want to add stuff. They want to debate stuff. They
want to fight.
They want to fight. They
want to break concrete bricks over your head.
Well, I'm going to do that, Jill. I'm going to do it. D
Okay.
challenged me. He challenged me. He don't think I can break 10.
break 10 concrete blocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get the squad up. We're gonna get our whole squad up on and to give our story. We gave Sabanim Master Jamal Odin his just due to give information about the opening of his new school and fitness center. So you'll see more information for people wanting to go, and he's doing distancing and he's keeping it clean and hygienic, and you have to learn how to beat some people down if you have to. You get a little rowdy during the pandemic. You might need your martial arts techniques. But,
let me tell you something. I got a call from Gino. We're going to have the squad on. Else
Okay.
there's going to be some stuff.
Yeah. So also stay tuned. I was in contact with legendary karate master from Cleveland, probably one of the most recognizable names in the history of Cleveland martial arts. This brother, as a 5, 6, 7-year-old, was a black belt on the cover of Ebony magazine. He hung out with Muhammad Ali and all kinds of people.
Tonight Show.
He was like, man, please. In the martial arts world, especially in Cleveland, Ohio, you mentioned the name Danny Wagner. Okay, people like, what?
Ken Ferguson.
Hey, we're gonna have to. Well, when we get our squad on there, we're gonna have to represent our school. But no, Danny Wagner was an international star as the youngest known black belt in America. I believe he got his black belt when he was like 6 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was on the cover of Ebony magazine. So I got a call from Danny Wagner. Okay. Okay, now like he said, he's a grown ass man right now. But Danny has a story to tell. So the martial arts people was jumping up there after we did the
oh my goodness
interview with Jamal. We just started some mess in the martial arts world. Man, the rappers didn't even act like this. But I had MCs and DJs. They didn't come at me like this. The martial arts people, they, woo. So, stay tuned. We'll be talking with Danny Wagner. my man Sean Edwards in St. Louis. He's OG film critic. He's one of the co-founders of AFCA, and he's also in various other organizations. But stay tuned. But hey, get ready. Did you hear that when I said Sean? You know Sean, right, from Junkets?
You talking to me?
No, Felicia.
Oh.
Gerald, you have not ever been on a movie junket, so no, I'm not talking.
How you know that?
I know you've been to some karate tournaments.
We would have seen you.
But yeah, no, I talked to Sean after we had Tim on, and we earlier talked with Gail. We're going to get Sean Edwards on, one of the premier film critics, black film critics in the country. So we're going to talk to Sean. So look for Sean. Look for famed martial arts master Danny Wagner coming up, and a lot of good stuff on the show. So Felicia has some other people also lined up. If you want to get on the show, contact Felicia Haney. Felicia, how do they find you?
So if you're on Facebook, you can message me on Facebook, but I will say that is not the best way to reach me because I do not have Messenger on my phone. So just want to let you guys know, in case you're like, you didn't get back to me as soon as I thought you would. I do check them, but not just as often. But if you're on Facebook, you can send me a message. I'm on Facebook as Felicia Haney. I use Instagram probably the most. You can follow me on Instagram at Beech Street. That's BEECH, and street like the street you drive on. Or you can send an email to me. So that is Felicia, FELICIA, at beechstreetpublicity.com. And we can definitely get you on the show. So just reach out to me, let me know who you are, what it is you want to do, or what you want to talk about, and we'll try to set that up.
All right. We appreciate everybody that was on the show. Tremaine, who we know is Man.
I want to say a couple things real quick before you wrap up. So just to mention some stuff. So this weekend, August 30th, G-Cuff will be doing a pop-up at the Unbar, which is a Black-owned coffee shop on Larchmere. If you're not familiar with them, please go check them out. They're super awesome, and it's just a nice place to visit. So Unbar Cafe on Larchmere this Sunday from 2 to 5. G-Cuff will be there doing a pop-up, handing out flyers. I think I have some right here. Flyers like these that have all the information about what's coming up and the raffle we got going on, where you can win some custom made Air Force Ones and all of that. But there's also a vegan pop-up going on at the same time, and Squash the Beef Catering will be providing food. So you can come out, you can grab some vegan eats, get information on the film festival. Someone can walk you through how to purchase tickets if you need that information, and you'll be the first to pick up a booklet to see what all we have. There'll be hard copy booklets on hand. So come check us out this weekend. Also this weekend, it is the anniversary of the March on Washington. I believe it's the 57th anniversary, if I'm not wrong. So a lot of folks heading down to DC this weekend. Shout out again to Cosmo, who was on our show. I think he did say he was calling from DC.
No, it was the sister who was calling from DC.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cosmo's in clear. That's one of my good frat brothers. He's in. I believe he's in the lane, unless he's on vacation.
I thought I heard someone say it, so it must have been Sister Gail. Sister Gail, get that spare room ready for me. I might be coming down this weekend. I don't know yet. But yeah, if you're able to, that's definitely something to check out. But if not, I'm sure it'll you can check some highlights on TV and social media and all that good stuff. So we're living in a very interesting climate. Lots of stuff going on that we probably will be talking about in depth a little bit more in future Chill Talk shows. So don't think we've forgotten about what all's going on in the world. Also want to give a shout out to the people who went to Louisville, Kentucky. They did some protesting down there for on behalf of Breonna Taylor. So folks are just showing up and showing out. Some in a good way, some in a not so good way. So we just want to acknowledge though what's going on. And keep you guys informed. That's what we're here for, what we're here to do. So make sure you hit that donation. Chill, tell them how they can donate so we can keep this going.
Cash App, $money to chill, the number 2, numerical 2, money to chill, $money to chill. Donate to Chill Talk.
The stuff that jingles is fine, but the stuff that fold is even better.
There you go. There you go.
So reach down in that couch you in and pull out a stack of whatever you sitting on.
We'll take a couple Alexander Hamiltons.
You know.
Whatever, man. But I appreciate everybody that came on the show today. Tremaine, man, always glad to have you help out, participate. And appreciate all the things you do, not just to help me out, but of course, Brother Daryl. But you know that's your people. So, and I know he appreciates it. But yeah, and Sister Gail who joined us, and my brother Cosmo, great information. All the people that were in the chat participating. That's what it is. There's a lot of good action goes on in the Chill Talk chat. So we appreciate that as well. But we are out of here, guys. Daryl, I will talk to you because we need to get together. We got some things to handle.
Oh yeah.
We have some things to handle on the martial arts end.
Yeah.
Things that need to get talked about, discussed, and some people need to get straightened out. But
hey, people bring in salt, not pepper. I was like, I'm getting a cold. I was like, look, man.
we'll handle it. Felicia, it's going down in the martial arts world. We get phone calls. This is serious business. But yo, we appreciate you guys. Look forward to more information. I'll do some pop-up show announcements about my birthday, my virtual birthday party. Everybody's invited. All the Chill Talk people. I'll put the link out. Want to sing a song, say a poem. If you want to give shout outs, if you want to talk about your organization and your business, you got a shot during my birthday party, everything virtual. So it's going down, but you'll see more information about that. All right, guys.
Congratulations once again. Congratulations to Sister Anissa, aka Sasha Beckett, who won tonight. So we will be in touch with you so that you can redeem your prize.
Put it to good use, man. That's a boss gift. The PayPal card reader. Yeah, and again, we want to see you like. All right, guys. We up out of here. Peace.
All right, guys.
Peace.